It's the end of day one. I'm nuggets down, and I feel haunted. Hi, hello. I recently learned that Molly Schuyler, a competitive eater, ate 360 chicken nuggets in 1 hour, 14 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is see just how many chicken McNuggets I can eat in 24 hours. Here are the rules. I have to eat as many McNuggets as I can in 24 hours. That's it. Those are the rules. Now, admittedly, because McDonald's don't start serving McNuggets until 11, I did have a Belvita soft bake first thing in the morning because I was pretty hungry. But apart from that, my stomach was empty when I started this. Why am I doing this? Curiosity? Boredom? Maybe just because emotional damage is free? No, but for real, I love competitive eating challenges, and so many YouTubers that I love do these kind of things. So Yacht, Beard Meets Food, Mike Jevons, so I thought I'd give it a go myself. I started my day by putting on nugget-coloured socks. Oh hey look, we're matching. And also had to get Riley ready because she had a very important day today. Someone's going for a groom. How many McNuggets do you think I can eat, Riley? 100? 200? Riley clearly thought 200 was my limit, which was a good question. What was my limit going to be? 360 seemed like a stretch, but for now, that was my goal. And that's the point. What do you think that my limit is? Let me know in the comments below. Put a number down there or something like that. And if you've ever tried anything like this yourself, let me know because I could really do with the moral support right now. So I dropped her off at her groom and headed for the Golden Arches. The good news is I'm absolutely starving. So let's go get 100 nuggets. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? I headed in and got myself my 100 nugget order and waited for my fate. Goods acquired. When I was in there, I heard the staff say, what kind of person orders 100 McNuggets? Me, McDonald's. I do. This is a lot of nuggets. First nugget. I hate myself already. Now, it might be the weather, but I'm already struggling. Or at least not the weather, but the very hot car and wearing a hoodie. What's wrong with me? That's 20. Just 340 to go. Oh God, I forgot to check the time. Yeah, so the time said 1:43 and I was eating those nugs for about 6 minutes. So 1:37 the following day was when this challenge would end. I also needed to tell myself that this was a marathon, not a sprint, which I think is something that I could easily forget in a challenge like this. I picked up the freshly groomed doggo and headed home, where I stared despairingly at the sight of 80 more nuggets and a sea of dipping sauces on my kitchen counter. After those first 20, actually feeling alright. Let's smash another 20, shall we? We need to start strong. I then smashed another 20 nuggets, bringing my current counter to 40 nuggets within the first hour. This is hands up, the dumbest thing I've ever done, but that is 40 down. Oh God, I need to lie down. Contrary to what I just said, I went to take Riley out for a walk in the sun to clear my head. And I know what you're thinking. Sam, you've only had 40 nuggets, man up. But I'm sorry, you try having 40 nuggets in the space of an hour with another 60 waiting for you at home. It's daunting. Actually, don't. It's a silly idea. No one should do this. I've barely started. And I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Is that elderflower? It smells like elderflower. Can someone tell me? I finished up my walk with my beautiful not-so-floofy floof and headed home because whilst doing this challenge, I'm still working my full-time job. And I'm struggling to take my mind off nuggets. At this point, it had just been over an hour since my last nugget. I was pretending to be a functional adult, but the illusion was cracking. All I could think about was dipping sauces. Work is getting a lot. I need a break. I need a Kit Kat. But I don't have any Kit Kats. What I do have is nuggets. Oh my God, they taste awful now. And then something was building. The time has come. This is probably going to be the first of many visits. If you've made it this far and haven't tapped subscribe yet, you're probably about as unwell as I am. Hi, I'm Sam. I make YouTube videos about food because it helps me sleep at night. After only 42 nuggets, I'm not feeling too hot. Bit lightheaded. I've had a lot of water. I thought I'd look at the nutritional information. Here's our 20 nugget share box. 869 calories, 43 grams of fat, 4.9 grams of saturated fat, and 1.9 grams of salt. It's got to be the salt intake, right? I've had over double that right now. Nevertheless, we continue on. To revive the nuggets, I turned to my most trusted companion, a kitchen appliance with hot air and even hotter judgment. my air fryer.
I think it was a success. They're crispy now.
Needless to say, my companion did me well here and brought these nuggets back from the brink of death. Although actually, when you think about it, chicken nuggets are already dead. And apparently they're only 45% chicken. What's the other 55%? Self-regret and loathing? Anyway, I took my revitalized nugs upstairs and ate them while working, which I guess was a good distraction because somehow I managed to crush 12 more, bringing my total to 54. Commendable for only being 3 hours into this task. It's like when you eat so many nuggets and they stop becoming food and they start becoming choices. Poor choices, but choices nonetheless.
Would you believe I've just hit a second wind and I think I can smash these 6 nugs and we're going to have another 20 very shortly.
I finished the remaining 6 nuggets and I was now 3 boxes down. I finished work and as I searched for something to watch on YouTube, I could feel the remaining boxes weighing heavily on my conscience.
2 boxes remain. Seem to be managing one every 2 hours right now. A second ago I thought I had a second wind. Now the last thing I want to do is eat more nuggets.
I abandoned YouTube and returned to my safe space, a JRPG where at least the battles make sense and don't involve 100 nuggets.
I just realised the time. I was playing that game too long. I've got 40 nuggets to eat in probably about the next 3 hours, and I don't know how likely that is, but we're gonna try.
So I revived another 10 nugs, but had an idea.
If I make this a game for myself, it might actually be easier. 5 sauces, 10 nuggets, 2 sauces per nugget. Definitive sauce ranking time. Now, I think below, probably the worst, is gonna be the tomato sauce, because it's just basic and boring. Basic and boring, just like I thought. Next, we'll do sweet curry. This is probably my go-to sauce if I ever go to McDonald's. It is a very good sauce. McDonald's barbecue next. My tummy is making weird noises. Don't mind the barbecue, it's alright. But it's not my fave. Sweet and sour. That is actually a banging sauce. And finally, the weird Minecraft Nether Flame sauce. It's a good sauce, but it's favouring spice over flavour. I will stick with tomato ketchup in 5th place. I think in 4th place, the barbecue. And I just know I'm going to get a load of hate for that. We'll go Nether Flame in 3rd. And a tricky toss-up. So we'll try them each again. That's 70 nuggets, curry remains, number 1. God, I've got a soup fitting on Sunday. That's not good.
It worked, and what was also helping was remembering to hydrate after every batch of nuggets. The salt levels were really getting to me because at this point 70 nuggets down and I consumed more salt than my salt shaker can handle.
Yep, just as I thought. Trip number 2. Why do I do this to myself?
By the way, if you want to save money in your online shops, then check out Coupert using the link in my description. It's an extension for your browser that guarantees you'll find the best price on any product. Back to the nugs.
Crisis averted, it was just a wee.
To take my mind off things, I played with the dog for a little bit.
Hey darling.
And the cat, before making another 10 nuggets for myself. At this point it was 7:49 PM.
Here we go again, Cleo.
And before I knew it, I had eaten another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nuggets. 10 more nuggets! And I played my game again until I had to eat again. At this point life was getting hard, but I thought if I could manage at least 10 an hour, I would hit my 100 before the end of the day, and I also wanted to get to McDonald's again before the day was out.
My struggle right now, and I feel it's a perfectly valid struggle, is I bought these like 8 hours ago? And even in the air fryer, they ain't doing too great. I do want to get to 100 today, so I'm going to do 11 of these. The rest I'm going to chuck away because they're gross, and we'll go and get 9 in a little bit. I think I'm actually feeling okay. Just a little bit full.
That was a lie. I'm lying to you all.
Clearly I'm talking a big game, but I don't think I'm feeling it. That's still so many left. You can do this.
Despite this, I pushed through, bringing my total to 91 nuggets, and McDonald's closed in just under an hour. So I had to get a move on.
91 down! Sauces can live in here rent-free for a long while.
Nevertheless, I decided to wait another 30 minutes before I left to leave it as long as possible for my stomach to settle a bit, and to get myself cleaned up a bit.
Please send help.
After that, I put Riley to bed, and it was time to go get my last 9 McNuggets for the day.
Feeling like I might actually be able to eat these last 9 McNuggets and hit my 100.
I went through the drive-thru this time and was greeted by some very nice people.
Oh, what can I get for you?
Cheers.
I decided to get the Minecraft meal, because nothing says, I've eaten 91 nuggets today, like rewarding myself with a plastic pickaxe.
I got a Minecraft block helmet thing. It doesn't fit. The final 9 of the day. They are so much better fresh. This was the right call. I think I can definitely finish these. That's 100 down. As a reward to myself, I've got the Minecraft McFlurry. That is weird, but it's just so damn good to have something sweet.
And as I stood there brushing my teeth when I got home, I contemplated my choices over the last 12 hours. 100 nuggets! I've consumed enough food to feed a small village, and now here I am lying in a state of self-imposed misery, knowing full well I'll have to wake up and do it all over again tomorrow. What happened to the man I once was? The man who made sensible choices? The man who didn't eat his body weight in processed meat? I woke up the following morning, although woke up might be quite generous.
That was a rough night of sleep. The last thing I want is more nuggets.
And I decided to get something good inside of me before 11 hit and McNuggets were available again.
Oh, that's so good.
Then Pepe hit me with this. Apparently someone once paralysed themselves by eating over 400 McNuggets in a day. Got 300 more to go. I prayed I wouldn't hit that point. Probably wouldn't. The time had finally come.
We're here. Time for more nuggets.
And I was actually surprised by how well these went down. I tried a shamrock shake, and then got tucking into my pile of saturated gold, but somehow within minutes I'd eaten 26 more. I won't tell you how many McNuggets I bought to take home. That would spoil the surprise. And whilst I went into Pets at Home to look at cute animals, contemplating if Cleo would like it if I got some fish, and getting some dentist sticks for Riley, I came up with a new game plan. I'd leave it until the very last 10 minutes and eat as many of the remaining nuggets as I could before the time hit 1:37. I thought that was pretty smart.
You know, it surprises me, but I actually feel really good after that.
So I cooked up my mystery number of nuggets. Don't you love the suspense building for the finale? I'm having fun. I opened my fridge sauces and began eating, and eating, and eating. And before I knew it, the timer had run out and I'd eaten 20 more nuggets, totaling 146 in total. Take a minute to applaud me. Thanks. I think that was pretty good going. 146 nuggets. And for what? To prove I can? To fill the hollow pit inside me with greasy regret? What kind of man eats 146 nuggets? A man who's made a series of increasingly disastrous choices. A man who should have just had a sandwich and gone for a walk like a normal human being.